Stop thinking of it as two worlds, because it isn't. And the biggest thing that I see that people do, and we all do this to some extent, myself, we're all guilty of this to some extent. Guilty, that's not the right word, but so I don't want this to be like I'm high and mighty and you guys aren't, right? But what we do is we do primitive skills and then we go inside and we watch TV, right? We do primitive skills and then when we have a fire in our house, we light it with a lighter. We do primitive skills and then we go shop at Hannaford. I'm like, oh, this stuff is so valuable, but I'm not going to do it in my real life, right? It's the same life. I mean, that town that you see over there, it's not like that's fake or that this is fake. It's all the same world. You just have to decide how much you can do nature-connected activities in your life. And some of it is just committing to it. It's easier to go buy blueberries at Hannaford. I do that sometimes. But if I have access to them, I make the time to go pick them. These are just simple, dumb examples. Use them as concepts. I don't want to say we never use a plastic bag, but we mostly use bark buckets to gather our plant foods in. They work really well because the bark creates a vapor seal so things don't wilt. And we just don't want, why do we want to promote plastic bag use? So we use bark buckets. When we start our fire, it's always started with hand drill, bow drill, something of that nature. Our sap evaporator, our outdoor fireplace, our indoor fireplace, they're all lit with the skills that you guys have practiced. Cultivated food isn't nutrient dense, so we eat lots of wild food. And we could just keep going with this, right? They're not two worlds, not really. They sort of feel like it, and so sometimes we need to learn to deal with them, and we need a lot of the skills that Mike talks about to be able to deal with it. But once you realize that they're all the same place, and you can do as much primitive skills as you want all the time, these ancestral life ways, just do that. Right. And that's what we try to do here. I mean, I live in a house, and I'm being honest. That's because my partner isn't going to live in a bark wigwam with me. She'll come out and spend the weekend with me, but she doesn't want to live there permanently. And in fact, my job as a botanist requires an internet connection. I don't have an office job, but I do have to do some writing, and I do work remotely at times. And so I have to have a place to be able to do that. But it doesn't mean that I have to define my life on that house. The wild turkeys will come here, and you'll watch the tracks. Come right to here, and then there's wing marks.
In the snow.
It's so cool. And out they go. Yeah, all winter we'll see them up here.
That was good.
If there's anything of value in any of that, I wish we got to hang out more, because then this would have already happened and we could just be like fishing or something.